This is top left. Yep. Necklace. Great painterly style. This is top right. This one. Bottom left. Bottom right. Those are much more dark sushi. It's like Western animation. So this is a merge that I made. Have many of you played around with model merging yet? Luce, you love this. Luce, you're gonna pay attention, Luce, because you're gonna flip out when you see this. What I'm about to show you. Anyone else who's into model merging, you're gonna love this too. I will say model merging is super useful. So I'm gonna show you an example. So this is an image I made a while ago. Okay, I used Adetailer, I used high-res fix, I used a bunch of LoRa's, and I made this cool image that I really liked. So now I like kind of test a bunch of stuff with it. We're gonna take out the LoRa's, okay, and we'll keep this here. So these are my kind of like normal settings for this using Adetailer. So we've got high-res fix, I use an ultra mix. I go denoising 0.4. Upscale, I generally reduce down 1.5, 1.4. High steps, especially if you're using a lot of LoRa's. And then, you know, pretty small on this. I'm just going to get rid of these. I will randomize. Well, let's keep the seed for now. Maybe I'll use one slightly different. Okay, we're going to go to Adetailer and I will enable. Just get face from the prompt in Paint. And now we've got a new thing I want to show you. But first, let's take a look at a base kind of version of it. So first I'll generate in classic dark sushi, whatever, anime kind of model for this one. And let's take a look what this looks like just as an anime one. This is locally on my 3090. Okay. We've all seen this face before, kind of similar in some models. There's Adetailer. It makes the progress bar go backward. And there we go. Okay. So this is dark sushi. Now I've got a merge that I made. And let's try this out. So this is Winter's Well, a merge I made a little while ago. It's got a bunch of different stuff in there. And Luce, this is how I made those images I put in the showcase using the same prompt and base. So you can see it's got this like really nice painterly texture, kind of like some noise to it. The eyes are great. Skin texture is awesome. And so the merge, all right, give me a second. I'm going to go a little deep here. So when you're training, you have like all these images, all these captions, and they form like the learned behavior of the model. So with that, if you train it, you're going to have like one set of things. And I saw this really obviously when I overtrained on a style in a 2.1 model that I made a while ago. And I kept getting the same faces and the same poses. So I overtrained this 2.1 model. And I then decided maybe I'll merge it with some other models to see if I can get different poses. And when I did that, it was like the model just exploded open. It bloomed. There was just like so much more flexibility in the model. I could pose in so many different ways. It kept the inherent style that I had wanted to put into it. This is why I overtrained it, because I really wanted to nail the style. But it allowed it to be so much more flexible in how I used it. So I started seeing this and realizing like you've got this entire other data set of images, of captions, of poses, of faces, and when you merge it in, even if you merge just a little bit in, it allows that like latent space to merge, and you just get like so much more flexibility out of the model, which is very important. So If we go back up to our dark sushi that we had, and let's use that as a base and do some blending. Now, normally when you merge, it's a very like long process and you need a ton of storage, because what you do is you go in and you choose how much of each you want to mix together. There's some crazy math that I honestly don't even know, so I just guess. I just press a few buttons and then you get an entirely new checkpoint. So you have to make like a 6 gig file, then you test out that file and you're like, yeah, maybe this looks good, maybe I want to mix some more in, and then you like process and you make another 6 gig file, and it takes a long time. So I found this extension the other day called Checkpoint Model Mixer. And what it does is it lets you merge models and not create a 6 gig checkpoint file. You can just immediately use it for image generation, and it's lightning fast. So enable Model Mixer. Okay, so now we have up here, we have dark sushi, and let's merge this. So I'm going to pull in dark sushi first off. I need to pull this in. Pop. Now let's merge in my, yeah, we'll just merge in winter as well. Actually, let's take a look at what this looks like with Western animation first. I just really want to show you so we know what both of them look like, and then we'll mix in model. You can mix anywhere from 3 to 5 models if you want. So here's the Western animation, right? So very awesome model here. It looks great, super clean, love it. Even the jewels are cool. For some reason, Stable Diffusion is super weird with jewelry. But yeah, looks very nice, very clean. So if we go down to here, we'll go back to Dark Sushi. Doesn't matter as much on this. You can use the base model or not. And we can keep Adetailer and all these other things, which is great. So now we enable Model Mixer. So we're going to mix dark sushi into Western animation. Okay. Or sorry, that's the base model. Dark sushi for add difference mode. Okay, so we've got dark sushi as the base model, and then we're going to merge in Western animation. 2-year-olds definitely cause a lot of chaos, Danny. All right, anyways, I'm getting distracted. This is going to be exciting. So we got Western animation. We're going to merge it in. Okay, we'll use sum to start. So we've got a 50-50 mix, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff here that's so weird, but we're going to just start here, okay? So let's try. Let's see, make sure we got Model Mixer, Dark Sushi, Western Animation, 50-50 split. Let's see what we get. This is model merging, but you don't need to create a full 6 gig file. You can just merge it immediately, generate off it, figure out what you like. So this is on my local instance, okay? It's a little bit different on Run Diffusion. We'll probably get this extension immediately, but I wanted to show you all this. There's another way you can get it going there. So here's Western Animation plus Dark Sushi. So you can see it got some of the like shading from Dark Sushi, the eyes, the highlights, but it has the Western animation like aspect to it. And what's beautiful about this is when you combine it, you get like sometimes better than the sum of the parts that you put into it, because you're merging in these two different model data sets and captions. So it's going to depend on your captions a lot. Again, this is all the same seed, right? Okay, so let's say we're like, I kind of wanted a bit more cartoon. So 7-7, let's try that. Now, I gotta say, I don't know too much about the deep model merging tech that is in this, because there's a lot and it is intense, and like you can do so much. You could specifically merge in certain things if you wanted, but all right, so here we can see the jewelry is slightly different. We got more Western animation style. Very much simplified things, right? Like we lost some of this texturing from dark sushi on the fur. Now it's just sort of a generalized fur, but the eyes are great. So this is pretty cool, right? Let's change it up. We'll do add difference mode. Okay. This is the math. So A plus B minus base. So here I can use a different model to remove a bit from one model. So maybe I say, I want to remove that sort of rev animated feel. Oh no, where is it? I don't have it on here. Crap. Let's say I wanted to remove. All right, so this new sphere one is like very hyper detailed. So let's say I wanted to remove some of this like overly detailed extra craziness from it. So we're going to remove that and add it to Western animation. Let's turn this down a bit. Again, this is where it gets weird, but we'll just leave that for now and we'll try this out. So now we're merging by removing and adding all in one prompt. And I think our other server is up. Oh, it got cropped. Yep, other server is up. So this seed is no longer working. We just got the cleavage shot here. Thanks, Newsphere. You're probably the boobly one. Let's try a different different one. Let's take the photorealism out, maybe with a Protogen 3.4. Okay. So we're going to get something a little less photorealistic, hopefully. Whoa, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Danny. It must have been something it removed from with Noosphere. This is interesting. So this is extremely different. Look at this. This is more dark sushi on the coloring, but you can see we've got some like color artifacts coming in here from being removed from from Noosphere. Interesting. So if we go add diff, you can really merge a lot of stuff. And I think we need to find something. Do the base. It's really interesting. You can use SDXL models in this one, in this version. Ba, ba, ba. Here, we'll just take the base model stuff out. See how that goes. Yeah, there's some weird highlights in it, like the color got kind of strange. Still got silver hair. But yeah, the jewelry is not silver. Whoa, it got squished. Super weird. Look at this. So this is removing the base model, right? So we're getting all kinds of crazy stuff. Maybe that's not what we want. Let's do... let's do this one, lunar diffusion. Yep, so this is when you're merging things, like you'll see different parts of the data set that you would never normally see. Okay, here we go. So this one is much more interesting. So we took out the lunar diffusion aspect. We're getting a lot more dark sushi. So let's let's up this Western animation again, but let's add in a third model. So Model C. Now we'll add in maybe a bit of the classic classic tune U. We'll go add diff again, just a little bit. Try that. This is all the same seed, all the same prompt, getting all these wildly different results. Okay, we got way more Western animation style, but you see how it like shifted last minute, and the eyes are much more Toon U. They're like bigger, angled, smaller chin. You can see the it coming out a bit more. So if we go down to here, lower this a bit, Model C, let's bring it in a bit more. And this is where it gets fun because you can just like remove a few things, put in some stuff. All right, so let's see if we remove, this is what Luce is saying. I trust in Luce. Exquisite detail, okay. And then add oil painting to prompt. That one's kind of cool, but we are getting some interesting like color artifacting. Let's see. And this is from Western animation, like that jewelry simplified. It's kind of nice. East meets West. We've got Eastern with Western. Ooh, I like this one. Yeah, cool. You can see it's interesting where like the different data sets are colliding. I think if I wanted to get rid of the prompt, I'd just take out extreme close-up, macro, and just, yeah, like maybe just like this, simplify it a bit. Now let's try. And remember, all these prompt terms access different parts of the latent space that is mixing together. So the color artifacting is kind of cool, like abstract, a little weird, sort of love it. I think we got too much Toon U in here, so let's turn that down. And actually let's use a different model. So one of my favorite models is Streamlabs Oil. I like to use it in merges and stuff. So now we're merging in like a Renaissance painting model instead of the Toon U kind of thing. So it's got in the logs, you'll see it's sort of like going through merging stuff. Look at this. Fantastic. Love it. Got the oil painting in the background too, funny. That's what you meant by oil painting, right? Oil painting in the background. Of course. Whoa! What just happened? Why is it making 3? Oh, Adetailer went crazy on the background. That's what happened. Very nice. I love this like abstractness of the like puffy stuff. Very cool. What do you think, Luce? Oil painting kind of coming in. Oil painting style, obviously. Let's try that again. Nope, still came back with that. That must just be this seed with one of those. She's a woman of culture. Okay. Too much anime. So let's look at what we've got in here. Because we've got exquisite details. Now the base model, this is important. I'm taking out lunar diffusion, which is a strong anime one. So maybe we switch this to like realism engine. I don't know. Now here we have Western animation, which would be simple, and then Dreamlabs Oil, which is more like oil painting style. John Singer Sargent 1.2. Now, is that an artist style? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Leading portrait painter of the Edwardian era luxury. Beautiful. Okay, sweet. Let's try this. So we've got a new prompt and a new model. Same thing. Okay, this is sort of similar. Might be we're over on tokens, honestly. Kind of similar, right? Little bit more abstract, maybe. Let's take out easy negative. And over here, lower Western animation. And here, raise Streamlab oil. So, oh my goodness, that number. It is spooky Halloween season. She's still in the art gallery, but this is definitely interesting. I think Western animation is the one that puts these like little weird cheek patterns on there, cat, whatever. But it is definitely turning more painting-y style. So yeah, this is just some wildness. All right, let me show you some of the weird stuff. So if you go into here, uh, let's do sync with default SD checkpoint. Let's do, this is where you get real weird. Check this out. We're going to do a preset for merging block weights. Now the thing is, like, all the latent stuff is in blocks because it's all math. So here's a preset. Okay, so I'm setting in a preset. Now I can choose to bring in the base or not, right? So I'm bringing in the base a little bit. And you go down here and you go put that, sorry, wait, you go, what is it? Elemental merge, read? No. Is this helper? No. So merge block weights. Well, I use merge block weights for selected blocks. You can choose different blocks. Again, this is way beyond me. Math, yeah. So like you could like add in detail noise, out. Let's mess around with this. Change the color tones, change the contrast, pop that in here. Cool. We're going to reverse cosine these blocks, of course. And then here you can select blocks. I don't even know what this is doing. It's fun. We're going to mess around with it. Try it. OP. There we go. All right, what's going on? I don't know what's going to happen. So the interesting thing is, if you really sat down and tried every block, you could figure out specific things in your merge, like let's say eyes or fashion or paintbrush style or color, and you could remove them. So you could go in and totally change how the merge happens in specific detail, but it's not mapped. We don't know like, oh, in block 09 means this, because of course you could train your model a billion different ways and it would do different things. But yeah. All right, I'm going to put this up on the second screen. Everyone hear me okay? Hello, hello. I think my computer's freaking out. Hold on. So when you, yeah, it's just my computer freaking out. I can't even type. So something I was doing was really not happy on this computer. Really bad. It didn't like math. It's like, what are you doing? Too much math. Oh yeah, look at this. It's like, what the F? We crashed. We crashed. All right, just close that. Sad. Meow. All right. Better. We back. This is the fun parts about doing stuff local. All right, let me show you how to get something similar. It's not exactly the same extension, but it's in here. So load the available list. It's better. This extension is better in some ways than the one I showed you, but also not as good in other ways. So it's like kind of win some, lose some. So in one, we should have SuperMerger now. SuperMerger. There it is, SD Web UI SuperMerger. So if we click on the SuperMerger tab here, we have a similar extension. So this one is pretty much the same. So you can merge here, right? You can load settings, save settings, which is nice. So Model A, Model B, Model C. It can't do SDXL. That's one of the differences. You've got different merge modes. You've got different calculation modes, which was like the presets we saw before. And you can merge block weights like that. So there's here you have to generate here. So you generate in this tab, which means you can't use Adetailer with it. That's one of the disadvantages of this prompt, this extension. But you can do all the settings, steps, etc. in here. So let's try it out. I tried to explain block weight, Danny. It's like the trained information. Think of it like that. Get this config scale. Well, where is it pretty high? Sampling method, dpm2m keras. We don't want any of, oh, we'll do high res fix. Number of steps. No, block weight is like the trained information in the model. So theoretically, you could go in and adjust the block weight of specific things in the model and like find exactly what you wanted to remove or add to the model, which is really weird. The nice thing about this one is you can do an XYZ plot, which the Model Mixer extension I had did not do. So you could actually go in and be like, oh, what's the percentage of A, B, and C? Do a model mix and then get a crazy result. Let's try that. I'd kind of like to try that. I don't know what let the dice roll is. Random. That's awesome. Okay, okay. This is the first time I've tried this. And then you can do the same merge block weight craziness if you want. And caching. Okay, great. Random, random. We'll get there. All right, so let's try sort of similar to what we were doing. Okay, we've got Dreamlabs oil. We've got, ooh, Samda's Sexy Blend. And Arcane. All right, so we'll go add difference. Calculation mode. What do you think? Cosine A, tensor 2, who knows? Alpha, beta, I don't know. And then we need our prompt. I'm going to use the same boring prompt, sorry, but it'll allow us to see the kind of what was going on. Ba-da-dump. For testing, we need that. And ba-da-dump. Here. Okay. I think we're good to go. Oh, let me just check the resolution on this. Oh, let's grab the same seed. Why not? 544 by 696. Seed. Here it is. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens. Jen. I hope this didn't use the default checkpoint. I don't know if I have to merge in Gen. I probably have to merge in Gen. Oh yeah, because this is Run Diffusion XL. Okay, so let's, is that what it used? Yeah, Run Diffusion XL. So let's merge and Gen. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Run Diffusion XL is a good model. I think we'll be getting a non-beta version that'll be improved soon. Been working away on it. Go, go, go. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Loading. What? Come on, there should be more in here than that. We already generated an image. All right. Whoa! That didn't work. What happened? Oh. Maybe it's trying to make an XYZ? Maybe we just do normal. Wait some. Ba-da-da-ba. Dreamlabs Oil, Samda's Sexy, Arcane Diffusion. Okay, there we go. Dreamlabs Oil, Samda's Sexy. Dreamlabs Oil, Samda's Sexy. Where's Arcane? That is a nice necklace, actually. Very nice jewelry. And the eyes look great here, huh? Look at that. Like, see the universe in there. So why didn't we get C? Oh, I think I have to triple sum. Merge and Gen. I think you can use Laura's with these, but I found it's better to save the model. Ooh, I like this pose. Triple sum. It's better to save the model and then use Laura's with it because it kind of messes with it. Okay, so let's try a different calculation mode and see what we get. Glad you all are all digging this craziness. So yeah, SuperMerger is live, like in the sense that you can use it on Run Diffusion right now. The Model Mixer is not in the authorized list of extensions for automatic yet. Ooh, I dig this. Very different. So it'll either be there soon or we will just add it ourselves. I don't know. Let's sum twice. Try it out. And then you'll be able to use the model mixer, which allows you to save the model after you get your settings, which is great. That's how I made that Winter's Will merge. Yeah, she's kind of got a Wednesday Addams vibe sort of going on there. Oh, interesting. Love this necklace too. Very cool. Go back to triple sum. Oh yeah, look at this. This is interesting. Merge model loaded. Train difference. Try that. Merge and gen. Yeah, merging is just a great way to get quality. This is the Supermerger extension. Oh, I love the leather jacket. That just sort of came out of nowhere, huh? Gotta make that necklace. It's right here, Adam. Supermerger. You can install it on Run Diffusion today, and it allows you to merge models without saving a checkpoint and just generate off them right away. Earlier I showed off Model Mixer on my local machine, which we will probably be adding or we will have in the official extension list. I mean, we can add it to the official extension list. I mean, I could probably do that right after this. But uh, it is able to use, it's like in the text to image tab, so you can use it with Adetailer and all that stuff, which is pretty awesome. This one's a little bit different, but you can do XYZ grids, which is amazing. Um, Hopefully the model mixer guy adds that ability to use it with XYZ grids. So, so yeah.